soon as possible.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about, as far as predictions go for me, I have to say that I'm probably going to say No Tears today is the favorite for me, or I don't know, Unknown is up between those two. But we have the game getting underway. Dreadful plays the first map. We've got Desma right off the start here, and he goes down pretty easily. So
yeah, but he did a lot of damage to that red armor. And I wonder how fast will they move to the quad damage area, because in this map, teams like to go there really early, just to have it close down. You usually make more frags just setting up for that quad damage than in the quad itself.
And here you go. We're trying to like establish, basically both teams are like trying to think out, okay, what items can we get? The second spawns are important, and then we've got to get to quad. But actually, Vamka was there for plan B at the quad really early. It was a really early one, and it's just one of those like unlucky things for the other team, for 102, that they weren't able to get there, and making a nice run so far. He picks off one with the lightning gun. He's trying to close the distance on the railer, but realizes it's a little bit too risky with just 95 health. Going to take another route, and Inns, what do you think so far about this quad run? Are you happy with it, or?
I mean, I'm not happy with the quad run itself, but the way the team managed to set up the quad run was pretty good. Vanko was there, but his team was setting up for the mega that was about to spawn, so he got the mega. He didn't manage to do anything with it because he got railed right in the end. But right after that, his team already set up for the red as well. He got the mega and the red. Unfortunately, he didn't make much frags there. But oh well, they're proving that they have great team play right now.
Definitely, and it seems like right now, Plan B definitely taking control of this red armor room. And again, of course, you have always those three kind of options how you want to play this map. Do you want to take the red, or do you want to go for the LG Mega Rail kind of style of play? And so far, Plan B are definitely splitting themselves between the red and the rail, and doing so quite successfully so far. They've managed to actually double the score of 102, but of course, 102, they got a little bit unlucky. And it was a really early quad, and they just weren't able to be there. I mean, that happens sometimes, so let's see if they can bounce back, as still it looks like Plan B, though, are kind of dominating and just making a lot of efficient engagements, getting a lot of kills with these rails so far. So 102 got to find a way to deal with that. And here they try to attack it, and actually great attack from 102. They managed to take over that area. Desma with the Mega, the LG shotgun, doing a great job.
Yeah, I'm surprised that 102 isn't yet at the quad room. Maybe it's because they know that the red spawns early and they want to go there. Oh, but they just got that red stolen, so they need to go to the quad like right now, because there's only 10 seconds remaining.
And here you have Desma going to take that mega, get himself up to 200. Definitely a favorite with his loadout for that quad, but actually he's not going to be anywhere nearby, and Altazar's going to take that. He does have 100 armor.
There wasn't even any 1 or 2 players in that quad, besides one that died immediately. So.
And you know, it's really weird because 102 used to have such an amazing reputation for this map. This was actually their best map at one point, and one of the reasons was because their timing was so good and they coordinated super well in the items, and a cute little pummel attempt from Increus there. But Altazar has got it covered.
I mean, after the quad is done, he comes back to the red armor room just to secure it again. That's just very good control. And yeah, as you said, this was one of 102's best maps in the start, but after that start, they kind of worn out, and now it's not even one of the maps they like to play anymore.
Yeah, it's like their lineup seems pretty random these days. I mean, it's not even an all-Russian lineup, so it's not the 102 that made their names just shine back in the Eurocups and that had so much dominance, but trying to take over this red armor, Strippy will do so successfully for 102, and Vanka's going to try and... I'm really struggling with some of these names, being not from the east. I struggle with these names, but definitely Strippy making a great effort there onto the red. And of course, Plan B have been playing for that red, and they're trying to flood back in to try and retake control of that. And 102 seem really content on the lightning gun side of the map so far. And Strippy's got such a good run here, taking down like 3 players. Really brilliant stuff. He will miss out on the red, but he did a great job there picking up some frags. And all of a sudden, 102 have made back the difference, and they're now in the lead by 4, and they're ready and waiting at the lightning gun. So everything's looking pretty good now.
Yeah, the thing is, they made back that difference, but with a great individual play. It wasn't really with teamwork, because, as we said, their lineup is not fully Russian, and I don't know how much their teamwork will be suffering on that, but definitely will be suffering some.
And also, let's not forget, they've been kind of giving away quads. I mean, 3 quads to Plan B, and it looks like it's going to happen again. And look at this. This is a great quad for Altazar. He's so stacked, he's got the right weapons, but he's got to hit the shots. And Lashromi, oh man, Altazar needs to practice those quad runs. Really, his stack is just diminished after shooting himself in the face with that quad rocket. It's pretty tough.
Yeah,
but at least
when you're the quad, your rocket splash also increases a lot.
And 102 are going to quickly clean up there. And that was a huge opportunity for PlanB. I mean, they got a clean quad, had LG, 100 armor and everything, but just that kind of lack of execution there was really the downfall. But they are managing to extend themselves a little bit here. 10 frags ahead of 102 now.
Yeah.
And 102, it seems like they just have to pick up on these quads. I mean, I don't know what it is with them and the quads so far, but they're just never there.
Yeah, it seems like they're probably favoring other side of the map, and probably the LG or the rail instead of the quad. And I can't say it's working super badly for them, but they are losing, and it's quite early on the game. Maybe they will try to put at least 2 people there on the quad for the next one.
Yeah, I mean, this is a map where you can have some really crazy dynamics, as we see Rail come in here. I mean, this is both teams timing that railgun there, trying to make sure that they win that, because the rail can be so painful. But this is one of those maps where if your team decides to turn up 15-20 seconds early, then it can actually be kind of problematic, because if you've got some great aimers in your team that can really run quads well, then having that defensive setup is really hard to break if they have the right weapons. And so then there becomes this dynamic where the other team has to be like, oh, okay, if they're going to set up 15 seconds early, then we should set up 20 seconds early so we can defend before they can get the setup, because the quad can be so important, but it really is not playing a large part in this game so far.
I think it's 102 have been winning outside the quads, and this time Rella actually had a very good run, and they managed to extend the frag lead before the quad spawns. And now the quad is spawning. There's only one 102 player in here. Can he actually do something?
And that's another more or less close to a free quad there, almost going down to the machine gun. But Altaza will take this one again. Has the LG in hand, takes down Desma, but Desma with a great steal onto the red, going to deny that from the quad runner, which is really crucial. But Altaza is going to try and push his way in on this mega health, and Latromi trying to defend with the corner there with the grenades, and he will go down, of course. And Altaza so far doing a decent job back to the railgun. I really wish in TDM we had the weapons on the items clock, because it's so crucial.
Yeah, it is very crucial. With teams, sometimes they even favor those weapons instead of the items, because if you don't have the weapons, what are you going to use to do damage?
Yeah, exactly. And maybe I should start timing it. If I see it taken, I'll start trying to time it, because it's actually really interesting to know. Lightning gun and railgun time on this map, if you're a top team and you don't have the time on those, you're doing it wrong.
Okay, I like what 102 is doing right now. They have 2 players just trying to make some frags. Is Latromi going to keep accompanying increase? No, not anymore.
Yeah, looks like Latromi will back down to the railgun area. Seems like he's definitely running it. He should be able to help us understand when it's going to spawn. There it is.
There we go.
So we have the next one coming up on 22. No, 12?
18.
18?
Oh,
oh yeah.
It's not 25 or 35. The weapons in
Mathematics.
TDM, they spawn every 30 seconds. Well, 30 seconds after you pick them up.
And so, okay, quarters in 30 seconds now. Are we going to see a decent setup from one of these teams? Or 1 or 2 at least?
I wouldn't be surprised if Latromi would actually go for the rail before the quad. It spawns like... The rail is going to spawn now, so here it is.
There it is.
Going to get the rail and then move on to the quad. No, not yet. Is he even going to show up at the quad?
Yeah, this is a huge question. It's like they're playing TDM with no quads, or something like some weird agreement between the teams. But he will come in. But this is the problem. If everyone goes late, then if you come through the same spot, it can be really hard. And look at this good defense from PlanB. Takes down Latromi easily. Latromi coming in way too late. And PlanB, oh wow. Altaza, did he rail his teammate there?
Yeah,
brilliant stuff.
Didn't even need the enemy, just the teammate.
So Altaza gets it again. I would hesitate to suggest whether, is he like their quad runner, or is he just the most stacked guy? But we haven't been seeing the best quad runs from him, which has really been helping 102, because they can't seem to get the quads.
Yeah, I mean, 102 is keeping fairly close, providing they are not having any quads. So I'm kind of fearing for PlanB if 102 does start to prepare themselves for that quad damage.
Yeah, PlanB have had 2 minutes of quad. Well, they've had 5 quads, and yeah, no quads at all for 102. I mean, that's so weird, But
look at the scoreboard. It's only a 3 frag difference.
Yeah, I think it's exactly like you said. They're just kind of winning on individual skill, and that's really where the difference is made up, because they in theory, if the other team gets all the quads, your team shouldn't be able to like hold control.
Well, but the thing is for this map, that PlanB is starting to go to the quad like 20 seconds early, and when you do that, you need to make sure it doesn't clash with the Mega or the Red, so you don't have to make a forced decision on that. You need to make sure the Red and the Mega spawn before the Quad, so you can take both. And you can go back there only when you already have the Quad. And I don't think Plan B is actually doing that. Look at that, now 1 or 2 are actually on the lead.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy here as Desma tries to defend this lightning gun, but look at that, good timing from Plan B there onto the lightning gun, he pick it up. So the next one's going to be around 35, so lightning gun is going to spawn at the same time as quad, so stuff like that does provide good options for one team if they don't want to go for the quad, because sometimes it can be like that, where your team's like, well, we've got nothing, if we go to quad we'll just die. So they have the lightning gun time, they can fall back onto that if they want to, but right now Desma going to pick up that mega health. We've got quad in 10 seconds, and Petchka going to go down as well. Desma just running around, probably going to try and take this next lightning gun, it seems, and would love his presence at the quad though. I mean,
and it doesn't even go for the room. I mean, Plan B get another free quad. Can Rel do something with it?
They weren't really set up there either. Like, with that mega pickup, if he just went straight there, he would have had a great shot to get the quad.
He gets a free red. Now, Rel has a great opportunity to extend his frag lead.
Here's Desma, one Rel.
Yeah, look at that. 1 or 2 have the weapons.
Another. This is ambitious from Rel. He's got no weapon to deal with the long range of that railgun, and Desma hits the shots, takes down the quad carrier, and doesn't matter if the other team gets all the quads because 1 or 2 just individually just outskilling them.
Yeah, because they have the weapons, and Plan B, they really only have the quad.
And here we are, teams are tied, it's very back and forth. I just hesitate to, like, if Latromi gets a quad and maybe like has a lightning gun and maybe 50 armor or something, surely we'll see like a big separation. I mean, the guy is really individually skilled for sure. I mean, I think of the lineup that 1 or 2 are fielding right now, he's probably the most individually skilled player on the team, and we can definitely expect a lot of crazy fighting skills from him. But here you go, up the jump pad, gonna miss a shot as I say that and go down to Vamka. So
it's only 2 points of health, and the 50 HP bubble was just taken. It spawns after 35 seconds after it got there. So what can he do with this railgun?
Right now, he's going to get that 50, so that'll help massively. This is a really great position for the railgun. I mean, there's many good spots for the railgun on this map, but hitting a really nice pixel rail there to try and defend that, and he will successfully do so.
Yeah, I mean, thanks to that rail, you just defend the red. And look at this. They know that the rail is about to spawn, so they actually defended the rail as well. Very good team play by Plan B so far.
And here you go, Vamka going to try and abuse the railgun. Great angle there. Oh, good return from the Tromi to push Vamka away. You have to make sure that you control that spot if you're holding the mega health, because you cannot let them abuse that. And a lot of chaos going on, and Alsa's there. I mean, quad's coming up, so Plan B are like, well, we're just going to set up. And 1 or 2 are actually making an attack into the quad.
What is this?
Is this happening?
Oh.
There's Strippy as well, and Plan B will still get the quad, but at least he's kind of low this time. But he does have all the weapons.
Yeah, but the thing is, that quad push from 1 or 2 seemed like more random than anything else, because they really only pushed with MG, and one guy at shotgun probably picked it up right after he spawned.
And they're taking over the railgun, pushing into the mega. No pummel for you, sir, as Petchka just runs through all of them. Quad LG is really nice. It's a bit of a ghost town at mega. They're all trying to avoid him, calling out that position on comms. Desma's going to go in for it. He's waiting for the quad to end. That was a really interesting play from Desma. It's unfortunate if he waited 1 more second, the quad would have been, he wouldn't have taken any quad LG damage, but very nice play.
And we have a timeout. I wonder what the problem is right now.
It's a tight game, and
yeah, really tight. I mean, usually we wouldn't favor Plan B. We wouldn't call him to get this scoreline versus 1 or 2, because the 1 or 2 are the dominant team in Russia. Plan B is doing fairly fine right now.
But then again, we have to also remember Latromi is the only actual 1 or 2 player in this 1 or 2 lineup, but still, Plan B are doing a pretty good job so far, despite the fact. Well, I mean, really in this game, what they have to look at is like we took every single quad. We took 7 quads in a row, and the score is the same. That's not right.
Yeah, they just need to use the quads better.
3, 2,
Definitely, because I mean, theoretically, like the quad should allow your team to set up really, like you can clear out an area, your team can set up there really well and start taking stuff whilst you run around the map, just forcing the enemies to run away. The only problem is the railers, so that's the only thing you have to watch out for. But if you're controlling rail well enough, then it's just a matter of time. Eventually, you'll get a really sick quad run, and your team will get control, and you'll win loads of frags, and that's kind of how it usually goes.
He's getting a lot of frags in here. After he killed that quad, he got the mega, he got an LG as well, and look at the frags he's getting.
Whoa.
Whoa. That was
Petska
sick
stack.
railgun from... I don't even know how to say his name.
Which guy this is? Petska? I think it's Petska.
Okay, let's just call him Petska because it's easier.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go for Uber 9 Petska.
Oh.
Goes straight into the rail with the shotgun out. He's going to come onto Strippy and
That was
Latromi
perfect.
both going down. Great team fighting there and a nice little flick rail on reaction. That was a brilliant, that's what they have to be doing. Because
Yeah.
that's the way you beat a team who's got better individual skill, that team play. And great railing coming in just in the nick of time to grab that red armor.
And you see?
Petska is looking pretty strong, and if he just gets the quad now, he's going to be looking golden. And here he comes onto Desma, and all of 1 or 2 are suddenly deciding that they want to go the quad. And Latromi
to.
gets the kill, and here you go. Altaza comes in, and he's got only 4 health, drops the weapon in time, but Increase just going to steal the quad, and finally 1 or 2 at least deny a quad.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, they needed to because 1 or 2 had a teammate. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Altesa, who was completely stacked, and the red would be spawning 5 seconds after the quad. So they knew they had to do something to stop that. And I want to know if they're going to change his gameplay now because they're 10 frags behind. If they're going to change his game plan, or is PlanB going to change their game plan and start focusing more on the weapons?
Yeah, we have 5 minutes left, and it's really just up in the air at this point. And if 1 or 2 are going to start making those plays onto quad like they did then, and with the consideration that maybe they got better individual skill, we could start seeing a change of pace. But right now we still have 1 or 2. They are really just content with this LG pickups and pushing into the red. Petska's going to lose the fight on the red defense, and Des was going to retreat back. He had enough. He did a good job there. Going to see if he can catch an enemy player. Not quite. And now he moves back. So Vanka on camera here, and my follow killer's not working.
I don't know why.
And PlanB are making a nice stretch of frags right now.
They're 10 frags ahead, and it's up to 1 or 2 to actually change something up in the game. Unless you're going to leave it to the 2 other maps, that's never the recommended thing to do.
No, definitely not. And right here we have the quad's in 40 seconds, and 1 or 2 are starting to come back frags a little bit, but PlanB are always staying a little bit ahead, and it usually comes down to those quads. So
very nice pump there from Increase, just because the Vanka was really stacked there, and he had a shotgun in the rail as well, so he had to change to the shotgun, so Increase just denied the rail there.
And also, like, killing stack players at this point is so awesome because quad's coming up soon. With like 30-40 seconds to quad, usually if you're a stack player, you're like, okay, I'm going to try to make sure I don't take fights now because I want to keep my stack for quad. And here we go, the quad battle begins, 2 seconds till it spawns. Who's going to get it? It's just up in the air completely. Latromi gets it.
With a lot of stack, look at this, he might just close the frag distance right now. Let's see how he's going to do it.
This has to be the play from 1 or 2. Latromi is going to make it all happen for the Russians, or not many Russians on his team, but look at that. Kills 2 or 3 there. Lightning gun picks up the yellow. Going to go for a spawn. And there Petska goes down, and Latromi's going to be looking for more. Got 8 seconds left on the quad. Can he find anyone else? Not quite just yet, but the red room, no. Going to go back, find Petska again off the spawn, and into the red room he goes.
Oh god, look at his stack now. He started the quad stack, but he finished even more stack.
Yeah.
Quite amazing right now. And the teams are tied, so perfect quadrant by Latromi right now. 1 and 2 are back in this game.
And it really felt like PlanB were just running away. They're trying to hide from him, and that's how your team gets control, because they're scared of the quad carry. And look at this, around the corner, Latromi guns down Vamka, and that's going to be another frag. And he's so stacked, he picked up the Mega as well.
Really
he's not losing any stack.
I wouldn't be surprised if we just stick onto Latromi's problem until the end of the game right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. And look at this, just back-to-back frags from Latromi, the power player of 1 or 2 right now, as he defends. The LG's going to push out onto that red. He's looking for blood here. He wants to make kills. In the back though, deep into enemy territory. Latromi's in trouble, and finally goes down to the shotgun. And
oh god, look at so many weapons that Strippy just got there, all laid on the floor from the dead players.
Man, Latromi, it's such a hard spot for him. He knew his team needed frags, and he dropped straight into that rail position. Found 4 players, just 2 in front of him, 2 behind him, sandwiched. What can he do? But
yeah, he probably would need a teammate to go there first. But we've already mentioned their team play has not been as good as it should have been in this game.
Yeah, definitely. And Altaza makes his way onto the railgun, so he does get the pickup. Good timing from PlanB there with the last Plasma Bolt. Does take down Increase. We've got the quad coming up. This is the last quad, and this is really important. It's 3 frags of difference. Great hits. They all count right now. And as we see Latromi's pop, Strippy's pop, as he gets that quad, this could be the game-making play from Strippy with the quad, with the LG. Doesn't have much health or armor, but here he goes into the Mega. Will find Rel, and now he just needs to find some more. Has to make this a sure thing for 102. Playing from behind all game, Strippy can make the difference. 1 minute left, 10 seconds left on the quad. He's doing a good enough job here. I like what he's doing. He's playing it pretty safe and just sticking to the strengths of his weapon, and things are going well. But it's only a 3 frags game there.
What he did, he was just looking for frags. He wasn't looking for control or anything else on the map, because the red was spawning, he didn't go there. He was just waiting for the Mega, and the Mega was still 20 seconds left to spawn. But his team managed to get control on the other maps as he was looking for frags, because the players on the other team, they couldn't go where the quad was. So they had to stay in the rooms where they were trying to control.
And it's enough, it seems like enough, because 20 seconds left and Strippy made so many frags in that streak with the quad. And look at this coming in from behind. PlanB takes down 2 players. That's more than you could have asked for. That's a brilliant series of plays from Strippy there to really secure the game. And this game was just quite weird, to be honest.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Really weird.
2 seconds to go, 7 frags is the difference between them.
So that's going to be 102 winning Dreadful Place, and that's going to put them to match point for the next map. And PlanB